Jackson and Blaine Angus on the lines, Thor Nelson and Brad Lazarowicz. And right now with play-by-play, Bob Miller.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. As the Red Wings take the opening face-off, and ex-King Robert Lang had it at center ice. The Red Wings 8-2 in their last 10 games, and they are the leaders of the Western Conference. Here's Robert Lang in deep, a backhander and a save by Garon. And the puck taken by the Kings. They start the Belanger line and up to center ice. Here on the right wing side coming on is Jeremy Roenick, who came on after the Kings changed after the opening faceoff. Puck comes over to Robitaille. Robitaille, an ex-member of the Red Wings, can't keep it in the zone. Taken away and across the line. There is a save by Garon on that shot, and the puck went wide. Justin Williams, backhander, save again. Rebound goes wide. 3 shots already by the Red Wings, and their coach Mike Babcock said, we got to get back to the way we were before the Olympics. A shot up high by Williams over the net, held in by Chelios to the right point. Puck taken down in deep by Nordstrom now. Nordstrom, who's been bothered by the flu the last couple of days, pins it along the boards and gets the whistle there, and we'll have a face-off in the Kings zone.
Well, on the road, you need your goaltender early many times, and the Kings have gotten that so far. Just over a minute gone, in minute 1. A couple big stops. First, the flexibility with a pad, then square to the shooter. Look at the big shoulders there of Matthew Garon. So staying upright to see the puck, play the puck, and make the save. Kind of all in one motion. Good body language so far. And again, I know it's only a minute gone, but the Red Wings, a couple of chances early.
Kings have won 5 in a row. Shanahan gets it here, gets it back to the right point. Andreas Lilia, another former King. Now it comes into Datsuk, Detroit's leading scorer. Here is Datsuk up the middle. Shanahan shot deflected off the shoulder of the goaltender Garon, who looked like he was just in a good position, because I'm not sure he saw it for a moment. Then he was looking for the rebound. Puck comes up to center ice. Kings with it again. Here across the line, Dustin Brown tipped away from him, and Chris Draper let it go there at the blue line for Shanahan. Kings get it back again on the right wing side. Driving is Dustin Brown with a shot and a save by former King Manny Legacy. Yeah. So we got a lot of ex-Kings and ex-Red Wings in this game.
A little back and forth right there. The Kings finally get penetration into the zone. Andy Murray looking on. Of course, the trade made yesterday. 2 acquisitions, only 1 guy joining the Kings right now, Mark Parrish, and Andy talked about that today. He said he'll work Parrish in, at least in the first game. He doesn't want to take away from anything anyone's done over the last 5 games in that 5-game winning streak. So respect for the players that have done the job. Parrish will get his chance.
And the Kings had the puck, but an interference call is going to be made against the Kings.
That's right off the face-off. They've been calling that more and more. It looks like Sean Avery going to the box. Offensive zone. Got to stay away from that, especially early in the road against the best power play team in the NHL. So Avery, a little too aggressive there, trying to set a pick off the face-off. And again, that's one of the rules that was put in, or at least instituted from the standpoint of let's spend more time looking for it. The referees have done that all season long. That's what happens. Red Wings get the first power play of the game.
Now the Kings have killed 13 consecutive penalties against them. They have not allowed a power play goal in the last 3 games. But as Jim said, here's the #1 power play unit in the league. They are led by Henrik Zetterberg with 13. Detroit with it in the Kings zone. Tipped in front, and a shot there by Datsuk, and it was tipped wide.
No one has as good a hands as Pavel Datsuk, and he's quick, and he makes the move. And that time he made a move as good as he could, but the quickness and flexibility of Matthew Garon coming across, low down, spreading the legs to make the stop.
Datsuk with 70 points on the year. He leads them in scoring and in assists with 48. Puck taken now by the Red Wings. The #1 and 2 defensive scorers in the league are in this game. Lidstrom for Detroit and Vishnowsky for the Kings, and they are both excellent on the power play. Here's Zetterberg. He drops it off to Holmstrom. Back to the blue line, and it comes all the way back into the Detroit zone. Pass up to the King blue line to Lidstrom. He sends it in deep, and back to get it is Dempsey. Dempsey and Nordstrom back defensively for the Kings. Dempsey almost lost it. Then he got it and cleared it into the Detroit zone with 51 seconds left to go in the penalty to Sean Avery.
A little bit of miscommunication there, but fortunate for the Kings. The Red Wings were in a change, didn't have the pressure on, so there was a loose puck. Split second, not enough time for the Wings to jump on it.
Shanahan sends it down into the corner to Yzerman. Yzerman moves it out to the left point. Held in there by Nicholas Kronwall. Puck comes around the boards and chasing it down. Kostopoulos can't get to it. Shanahan has it for Detroit. Shanahan wheels it out to the right point. Here's Robert Lang. Lang in the circle, hangs on, shoots, and a save made by Garon. A glove save, and he hangs on.
Well, Lang was looking for a screen right there, something to shoot through to try to make it difficult on the goaltender. Earlier, the puck along the boards. Watch the one-touch pass in front, and Datsuk picks it up, makes one move, forehand, backhand, and there's the slide, the pad, and the flexibility of Matthew Garon. He's had to be real good early here to keep the Kings in the zip tie.
22 seconds remaining in the King penalty to Sean Avery. Yzerman gets booted out of the faceoff spot, and Robert Lang comes in. The Red Wings embarrassed here at home in their last game on Tuesday. They lost to Phoenix 5-2, and they've been upset about that. Kings bring it out to center ice, though. Here is Jeff Giuliano on the left side, and he gets stopped, but Gleason tips it down into the corner. And 9 seconds remain in the Detroit power play. Yzerman sending it over to Robert Lang. Back to Yzerman. Yzerman along the left wing boards, feeds it up the middle. Here's Kronwall moving in. Power play is over. Kronwall gets knocked down. Out of the penalty box is Avery, but he can't get to the puck in center ice. Now the Kings have it down the right side, but a check thrown there by Robert Lang as he took Jeff Giuliano out of the play. Both teams at full strength. Andy Murray stressed the way to be successful against a team like Detroit, you've got to have puck possession. You got to hang on to the puck. Well, Detroit's had most of the great opportunities here in the first period so far, but we're still scoreless. Puck cleared up to center ice to Parrish. Nice pass ahead. Here's Armstrong alone in front. He shoots. He hit the post. Armstrong hit the post. What a nice pass by Mark Parrish. And Armstrong hit the goal post.
Very good first shift. The Kings with Corvo took time to get out of the zone, and Corvo took a couple whacks, finally got it there. But once Parrish had it, one touch, Armstrong, and cleanly, it looked like big legacy, but a goaltender will tell you, he gave him the post.
And now the Red Wings put it back behind the King net. Boy, that was would have been a nice debut for Mark Parrish. The Kings got him in a trade late yesterday with the Islanders for a couple of minor leaguers, Tambellini and Grabeshkov. Puck taken by the Kings again. Here on the right side is Armstrong. Detroit zone. Moves it out to Nordstrom at the left point. Nordstrom put it to Brown behind the net. Here's Brown to Camilleri. Camilleri tripped up. No call. Puck is taken in the corner as Chelios could knock Camilleri down. And the Red Wings have it in their own zone. Moved to the blue line. Kicked in across the line by Belanger. Kings would have been offside. Play continues, though, as the Red Wings. Chelios gets it right side. Shot by Mowers and a save by Garon. Red Wings have it again. Here is Zetterberg. Zetterberg on the right side. He drives, still has it on his stick. Now a shot wide to the right side, and the rebound to Sean Avery. Avery clears it to the blue line of Detroit, broken up there by the Red Wings. 14.5 minutes left to go here in the first period. Bob Miller along with Jim Fox. No score in the game, but the Kings goaltender Garon has been sharp. Shanahan shoots and a save by Garon. Rebound comes over to Draper. He couldn't get to it, and it's cleared out to center ice. Puck taken now by Nicholas Kronwall. Kings have been outshot 9-1 here at the start of the game. Had one shot, of course, that didn't count, the one that goes off the goalpost. Here is Matthew Schneider. His pass ahead. He had Kronwall breaking at the blue line, but he lost his balance.
And that'll tell you about the Red Wings and their style, Bob. Kronwall's a defenseman, so they're moving around. 5 men, interchanging positions. Everyone keeping going. Flow is there, and Kronwall almost had a breakaway.
Right side, Conroy for the Kings. Feeds it to Gleason. Shoots, and it's wide to the right side. Conroy, the Kings' leading scorer with 59 points. Red Wings back to center ice. Pass ahead to Justin Williams, broken up and taken by the Kings to center ice. Here's Robitaille. He played and won a cup here in Detroit a few years ago. And an offside called here as Draper brought it across the line. 13:29 to go in the first. No score. Armstrong hit the post. Sopel, the defenseman they got from the Islanders, has a bruised knee, and he will join the team in St. Louis just to get acclimated to his teammates. Probably won't play until next week. Puck comes up to center ice. Jason Williams across the line for Detroit. King zone to Robert Lang. Lang checked by Giuliano, who stayed right in front of him. Took the puck away and flipped it around the boards, and the Kings with a chance to bring it out to center. Here is Parrish. His pass tipped away. Parrish joins the Kings with 24 goals. That makes him right now the leading goal scorer on the King team. He's got 13 power play goals too, which ties him with Camilleri for the lead on the Kings team. And a penalty coming up against Detroit as Armstrong was going for the puck. Let's take a look back at that nice pass that Parrish made, his first shift on the ice in a King uniform.
Took a while. Cowan just puts the head, watches one little touch and right ahead. Armstrong just leads him very softly, so Armstrong able to do exactly what he wants to do. And again, goaltenders tell you they give you everything, take away that post. Well, that's what happened right there. It looked like from that one that the shot cleanly beat Manning Legacy on the play, but of course Mark Parrish starting this game on a line with Cowan and Giuliano. He probably, as time goes on game to game, will work his way up onto more of a scoring unit. That unit considered the energy unit. But again, like I mentioned earlier, Andy Murray with 5 wins in a row with the Kings doesn't want to change everything around all in one game, because you've got to credit the guys that have done that 5 in a row.
Kings on the power play. They are 1 of 20 against Detroit so far this year in 3 previous games. No score here in the first period. Puck fired around into the Detroit zone. Fought for along the boards. Loose puck taken by Camilleri. Camilleri out of the University of Michigan. Back to Vishnowsky. Over Corvo is shot wide. Camilleri with a shot wide to the right. Didn't have much to shoot at, and he tried the short side and went wide. Puck comes back to the right point again to Vishnowsky. Vishnowsky over to Corvo. His drive blocked and cleared the length of the ice.
On this power play unit, you have Dustin Brown in front of the net, creating that front of the net presence, screens, tips, rebounds, those types of things. Of course, with Parrish, that'll be his job perhaps on the second unit.
Camilleri in deep, but he got taken out of the play by Chelios. Now up the middle, here's Corvo. Corvo holds it in. Kings on the power play, but it's taken away and cleared by Johan Franzen.
Kings a little bit more decisive here on the power play so far, especially specifically Joe Corvo when he's got the puck. He hasn't necessarily been in the best position to shoot, but that doesn't matter. He's putting the puck on net, and sooner or later you hope that creates loose pucks.
Detroit has allowed 9 power play goals in the last 4 games. They're the 5th best penalty killing team in the league, but they've been in a little bit of a slump there too. The Kings have 38 seconds remaining on the power play. Kings have been outshot 9-2 here in the first period. Puck comes over to Conroy. Conroy in the Detroit zone, gives it toward Jeremy Roenick. Puck held in by Dempsey now at the right point. He gives it to Robitaille. Robitaille back behind the net, and in front is Roenick. They can't get it to him, and it's cleared by the wings. Quick pass by Garon up to Nathan Dempsey. Dempsey to Robitaille. Chopped away from him. Kings have to get back on side. 10 seconds left to go in the power play. Nordstrom drives it in the Detroit zone. Here's Conroy down the corner. Tried to give it to Robitaille. Taken away. Wings bring it to center. 2-on-2. Power play is now over. Here's Zetterberg. Right wing. Zetterberg on the shot. Save made by Garon. Did the splits there and kept his right leg out. Kings come back to center ice. Flipped across the line by Eric Belanger. Belanger has it in the right wing corner. In front and fanning on it was Kostopoulos. Kostopoulos set up beautifully, and he's had 7 points in his last 6 games, but he just fanned on that. Here's Zetterberg with a shot and a save by Garon. Rebound and a save by Garon on the shot by Shanahan.
And that's 12 shots now for the Red Wings, only 2 for the Kings. At the same time, the Kings have hit a post that does not count. And then you have Kostopoulos on the last shift, missing the point-blank one. So early on, first shift, Red Wings had point-blank chances. Since then, they've had shots. The Kings just missing a couple of times, trying to make it close here, trying to get that first goal.
And the Wings into the Kings zone again. A shot, a save by Garon there, and a rebound. Lidstrom took a whack at it. Robert Lang had the first shot, and the puck cleared again.
There's Lidstrom again, a defenseman. I know I'm going to mention it again, kind of a broken record. Earlier it was Kronwall. This time it's Lidstrom, defenseman. It doesn't matter. Interchange positions. Lidstrom was in front of the Kings net.
The Kings have only 2. The game is scoreless. Kostopoulos can't clear it out. Red Wings' Robert Lang held it into the blue line, but now it comes back out to center ice. Here is Jason Williams. Now Robert Lang with it. Over to Yzerman at the right point. He throws it in deep, and Belanger trying to get away from 2 of the Wings. Taken away by Lang. He threw it in front. He got it back. He shoots, and it's deflected up out of play. So a face-off coming up. FSN West present.
Back from Europe. At the same time, they've had a great start in this game so far tonight. It's up to the Kings to try to start something as far as a counterattack. Long
drive from the blue line is just wide. The trade deadline was over at noon California time today. 40 players changed teams. We'll have some of those trades for you as the game goes along. Red Wings with it. Wrap around. Knocked down there and picked up by Mowers for Detroit. Now Woolley was the one who tried the wraparound. A defenseman in deep. Pass in front. Zetterberg shot wide. He was forced wide by Vishnowsky. And the puck cleared, and a penalty coming up here against Detroit. Delayed call. Kings with it. Right side. Sent behind the net by Giuliano. And Detroit takes over, and the Kings going to get their second power play of the game.
Kings try to take advantage of this because this penalty obviously comes in the offensive zone. Zetterberg with a chance. Tries to deke. Forced wide by Vishnowsky. There's the contact. Coming back in front of the net is Holmstrom. He's going through the crease. He makes contact. He would argue it's incidental. At the same time, the referee says, hey, the goaltender's trying to get back in the crease. There was contact. Offensive zone penalty. You've got to stay away from those. From the Kings standpoint, Got to do something here on this power play. Get it going, get the offense working. 13-2. The shots on goal in favor of the Wings.
Camilleri on the draw. Kings in the Red Wing zone. Puck sent down into the corner. Tipped away there, and Vishnowsky can't hold it in. It comes out to center ice. Here's Corbo with Draper right behind him. Draper trying to jump around Corbo. And back to help out is Lubomir Vishnowsky. Draper digs it out, though, for Detroit. Draper knocked down in a head-on collision there with Dustin Brown. For the Red Wings, have it in the Kings zone. A pass down in deep by Draper, taken away now by Lubomir Vishnowsky. Vishnowsky, 6th in the NHL in power play assists with 26 on the year. And he is 8th in power play points. And in the corner, another penalty coming up again against Detroit. Kings are going to have a two-man advantage.
Kings should give the Wings, and that's what you try to do. Yeah, you give the puck to the opposition so you have more time with the two-man advantage. I believe it's Lidstrom going off for tripping, sticking to the skates. That's what happened. Kings, two-man advantage, or single 7 or 8.
Right. Kings with a two-man advantage for a minute 10. They are 11 out of 39 with a two-man advantage this year. Here's Vishnowsky. Kings with a chance to take the lead. No score in the game. Vishnowsky, top of the right circle on the power play. 5-on-3. Vishnowsky, right side to Camilleri. Camilleri in front, tipped by Robitaille. Rebound, stopped by Legacy, and the puck held out in a face-off coming up.
Yeah, it was still loose at the end, and Legacy didn't know where it was. He fell back on his back flat. That tells you he didn't know, but he did keep the puck out. The Kings stretch run pack presented.
The draw in the Detroit zone. Puck comes into the corner. Wings get to it first, and it is cleared over the head of Lubomir Vishnowsky back into the Kings zone. Cleared by Andreas Lilja. Lilja did not have a good game the last game, so they want him to get going again. Hasn't always played that well even since the Olympic break. And now Camilleri's pass comes out to center ice. Kings get it to Camilleri again. Throws it around, and Chelios, he clears it out.
That's where the Kings have struggled this year, Bob. They've got to take it back with speed and enter the zone. 5-on-3, if you have speed, you will get entry because the opposition does have to back off.
Corvo puts it down in the corner. Now here is Conroy. Back to Corvo. Joe Corvo, top of the slot, over to Conroy. Conroy has Camilleri on the right side of the net. Conroy still with it. Can't get a pass or a shot. Blocked there by Chelios and taken away by the Wings and cleared by Draper. Holmstrom out of the penalty box. Now it's a one-man advantage.
The wily old Chris Chelios using the stick, back and forth, active stick, taking away the passing lane, shooting lane. Craig Conroy was standing flat-footed, couldn't make the pass.
Here right side is Parrish shooting, and a save made by Legacy, and the puck cleared. So the Kings did very little with that two-man advantage. And now it's a one-man advantage for 22 seconds. No score here in the first period. 6:20 to go in the period. And Matty Nordstrom slaps it hard around the boards. Red Wings get to it. Here's Kirk Maltby. And it's taken away and cleared.
And once again, the entry's trouble for the Kings right there. You credit the Red Wings for forcing the Kings into that, but the Kings, when they rang the puck around the boards, they put it to the side where the Kings only had one player for Red Wings. And right now, the penalty killed. Both teams back full strength.
And the Kings have to wait to get back on side, but they have possession of the puck. Here is Nordstrom. Right side, it goes to Kostopoulos. He throws it in, and Nicholas Kronwall back to get it. He's one of the Swedish gold medal winners. Up to Datsuk at center. Now to Schneider. Schneider drives it wide to the right side to Shanahan. Shanahan put it down in the corner. Here's Pavel Datsuk. Datsuk's pass in front, broken up, and a hand pass, and the Kings have it as Kostopoulos brings it out to center ice. He's pushed from behind by Holmstrom, but sends it in back behind the net. Red Wings have it there. Quick pass up to the blue line. Here's Datsuk. He tried to tip it over to Holmstrom. Holmstrom checked along the boards, and Datsuk with it now. Pavel Datsuk. His pass up the middle, got it right back on a tip pass, turns, has it on his forehand, just tipped away, and then a hand pass up towards center ice. Gleason with a nice play there as Avery has it, but offside is called. Gleason with a nice play on Datsuk.
But he got the job done against the best one-on-one man in the entire NHL.
We talked about the trade deadline today. Everybody thought there won't be much action because of the salary cap. 40 players changed teams. That's the second most ever at the trade deadline.
A lot of people would say, though, Bob, no home runs as far as trades. You know, a lot of trades were made, and certainly the Kings helped themselves in two areas. Short up defense, got another goal scorer up front, especially hopefully on the power play. And at the same time, remember those trades, and it's all the salary cap issue, especially here in Detroit at the trade deadline. It used to be a big day for them. Yeah. And they really couldn't do anything this year because so close to the cap.
They had no room, that's right, to move. They did get Corey Cross. We're going to bring you some of those trades of these players who cooperate and slow this game down a little bit. Puck is back behind the net to Lidstrom. And in the Detroit zone, he moves it down into Chelios with 4:05 left to go here in the first period. No score in the game. Henrik Zetterberg and the top of the slot shoots, save, rebound overskated by Mark Mowers. Kings can't clear it out though, held in by Chelios, but now Dustin Brown gets it up to Armstrong. Armstrong on a breakaway early in the period hit the goalpost. Here's Chelios and Armstrong. Chelios 44 years old. He says I might play till I'm 50. The next Olympics only 4 years away. Here at center ice. Chased down by the wings, can't get it, taken away by Armstrong. Armstrong back across the line, checked by Liljegren. Jim Fox will interview one of the Kings live at the end of the period. Here's Mark Mowers on the right wing for Detroit into the King zone. His pass left side, shot by Schneider, blocked. Up the middle, shot by Liljegren, blocked. And the Kings, Dustin Brown looks for the puck, takes a check and gets it out to center to Conroy. Conroy, right wing. Kings are in a line change. Conroy shoots just wide to the left. Rebound to Robitaille. Robitaille's pass. He was trying to get it to Roenick. Roenick does get it. He gives it to Robitaille back in front. Saved by Legacy on Robitaille as Conroy moved it to Robitaille. So the Wings had it for a moment and then gave it away, and the Kings had a good scoring chance. Limited, so check it out, lakings.com. At the right point, Detroit zone. Kings trying to hold it in, and it comes back out to center ice. 2:45 left to go in a scoreless first period. Kings have been outshot 14-7. Here is Aaron Miller. Into the Detroit zone, and Kronwall back to get it, and an icing call against the Kings, and Aaron Miller doesn't like it. He thinks he got across that center red line. It's off in the Kings zone. It's taken by Gleason. Gleason's from Clawson, Michigan, right near Detroit. And the Kings have it in their own zone as Conroy. He got stopped for a moment. Then he makes a nice pass over to Miller and up to Roenick. Jeremy Roenick gives it back to Aaron Miller. Miller fires it in deep. Roenick goes off the ice. Puck in the Detroit zone. 2:13 to go in the first period. Puck taken now by Nicholas Lidstrom. Lidstrom moves it up ahead to center ice. Back checking is Belanger to take it away for the Kings. And now a pass to Kostopoulos. Kostopoulos down the left side. Bouncing puck. He passes in front. Tipped behind the net. Kostopoulos again to Belanger. Shoots. Blocked in front. Back to the right point. Dempsey. His shot blocked in front. And taken now and cleared up to center ice. And Dempsey back to get it. Gives it to Belanger. Eric Belanger backhands it in the Detroit zone. 1:40 left to go here as Avery throws a hard check on Kronwall and a penalty against the Kings. They're going to get Avery. Puck is sent down the left side, played there by Garon, and the penalty coming up against Sean Avery. We're late in the period, and the Wings with a chance to break a scoreless tie. Lidstrom gets it over to Datsuk. Datsuk feeds it left side to Lang. Back to Datsuk. Up the middle. Shot from there. Blocked. Lidstrom shot on the right side. Loose puck. Kings had it. Roenick gives it to Dempsey, and he clears to center. Red Wings get it over to Pavel Datsuk. Datsuk into the corner. Taken there by the Wings. Zetterberg, but he can't hang on. The puck cleared again, this time by Jeremy Roenick. 55 seconds left to go in the first period. Here's Matthew Schneider starting up to center ice. His pass tipped across the line, but the Wings go offside at the King blue line. And West. Puck taken down in deep now by Matthew Schneider. Schneider, he's got 9 points in the last 8 games. Puck thrown deep into the Kings zone, and back to get it. Aaron Miller gets it to Belanger. 30 seconds to go in the period. Kings come to center ice. Kostopoulos throws it in deep. 54 seconds left to go in the penalty to Sean Avery, his second of this first period, and 20 seconds left to go in the period. Pass over on the left side to Yzerman. Yzerman sends it back on the right side to Robert Lang. Lang's pass comes all the way between the defensemen back in the Detroit zone. 8 seconds left to go. The goaltender Legacy waits with it. He gives it to Yzerman. 4 seconds left. Yzerman looks at the clock, shoots from center ice, drove it right into Gleason, who got knocked down, and that's the end.
A couple of minor moves, but Dan Cleary still with the wing.
Trade deadline, you don't want to hear coach wants to see you in his office.
Nope.
Second period underway, and the Red Wings have a power play. They got 20 seconds left on it right now as they bring it out to center ice. No score in the game. Here's Matthew Schneider down the middle. Can't get a shot. Taken away by Belanger, but he couldn't clear. Now Dempsey with it. He flipped it up in the air and out to center ice. 8 seconds left to go on the penalty to Sean Avery. Red Wings to the King line. Lidstrom now out to the right point. And a pass tipped in deep, and a backhander in front of the save by Garon as the Kings are back at full strength.
Well, a whole bunch of stuff going on entry, and that's where the Red Wings really did control the first period. They're able to enter the zone with that speed, and the Wings, because they're always moving, they seem to get the puck to players in shooting position. You see Holmstrom go down at the end. There's Nathan Dempsey on the top of Holmstrom, so Dempsey doing the job. Holmstrom will go to the front. Bob, I don't think there's been any better defenseman for the LA Kings than Nathan Dempsey since the Olympic break, and he maybe even a couple games before that. Of course, Wisniewski, he always stands out because he can do it offensively, but Dempsey has picked up his game and now appears to be a solid fixture back on the blue line. Of course, Brent Sopel was picked up from the Islanders. He'll be another guy in the mix, so the Kings will have to make some decisions, but that man right there, one-on-one, has been extremely strong and effective, taking the body and not taking penalties.
Kings have it in their own zone, but they don't clear. Pass to the blue line, knocked down. It was Robitaille's pass. Then a save by Garon on that shot from the left wing side. So the Kings got in a little bit of trouble, not clearing the puck here across the line in the Detroit zone. Jason Williams back to take it away for the Red Wings. Now up to Williams at center. Steps across the King line, throws it off on the left side to Yzerman. Yzerman gets stopped there by Conroy. We've got some news on the Kings that we'll bring you in a moment. As back behind the net is Wisniewski. Pavel Demitra had another exam today, and as far as we know, Jim, the blood behind his eye has dissipated. He's going to be examined again tomorrow.
And that may mean he has a chance to join the Kings on this road trip. If everything goes okay as far as the division test, then maybe you get him on a plane. He may not play in St. Louis, but maybe the last game of the trip.
Robert Lang scores! Cut down the right side. Nice play right into the slot, and Detroit leads 1-0.
Well, this is exactly what I was talking about a few seconds ago when you're talking about entry into the zone. You just see the end of the play right there. It's Williams over the line. The one wing goes to the net. That draws a defender. I was talking with Ray Bennett, the Kings assistant coach, after the period when I went down for the interview, and he said, we've got to be much more physical. And there's an example right there of a man being able to walk right down the slot. Now, credit the Wings. They able to back the Kings off. They had some traffic going through to open up that lane, but at the same time, the Kings unable to get bodies. And when you go right down the middle, a player like Robert Lang, it's all over. Red Wings lead it 1-0.
Lang gets his 17th of the year, his first in the last 6 games. And it is 1-0 Detroit. Now pass in front to Shanahan, and just out of his reach. He was stationed on the right side of the net. Puck comes back to the Red Wing line. Barreling down the left side, throwing it in deep is Dustin Brown. Brown goes forward behind the net. He knocks Datsyuk down. Brown gives it now to Armstrong. Armstrong pinned along the boards. Datsyuk trying to dig it out. It comes to Brown. He can't get a shot. He runs into Datsyuk again. Armstrong still battling, and a penalty coming up here.
This happens right in the middle of the slot. It looks like Michael Camilleri will draw a penalty here. I believe it's Brendan Shanahan who's going to be going off to the box. Tripping will be the call, so the Kings will have a chance with a man advantage. But look at the goal. You'll see the Kings. It's going to stop here, guys. The Kings have 3 men back in position. So it's not an outnumbered attack, but watch the back off through the middle. That's what gains entry. Another stop right here. You have Armstrong going to the net, and now Robert Lang's going to go right to that. Aaron Miller goes down on one knee, and it's Miller that's beat one-on-one. But again, look at all the Kings back. It was not an outnumbered attack. So from that standpoint, you've got to try to maintain position at the blue line. Not the case. The Kings backed off because of that drive through the middle, and Aaron Miller just went down to one knee. He thought Robert Lang was going to shoot. Not the case. One-on-one move. And right here, the Kings go on the power play, chance to tie it up.
Penalty against Shanahan, and the Kings on the power play, but a pass broken up and held in nicely at the blue line. However, a bouncing puck is going to be controlled and cleared by Detroit. Lang gets his 17th from Jason Williams and Nicholas Kronwall at 1:29 of the second period. Puck driven down in deep again. Back around the left wing side to the left point to Wisniewski. Slides it to Corvo. Corvo, shot, score! Here's Joe Corvo as Legacy got a piece of it, and it trickled across the goal line. We're tied 1-1.
Well, Joe did this in the first period. He was simplifying things on the power play by just getting the shot through. I believe Dustin Brown is in front. There's Camilleri, Brown, and perhaps Dustin Brown gets a stick on it. Watch it just go right between the legs and then over the goal line. Derek Armstrong's there too. Keep an eye on 23. He's right in the middle of the screen. It goes off the skate of Brown, so Brown will end up getting credit. Off the skate without a distinct kicking motion. There's no doubt about that. So the Kings have tied it up on the power play goal. I guess you go back to the most important thing. Front of the net presence with the shot coming through. Brown will get credit. Kings tie it up 1-1.
And the Red Wings back at full strength. The power play goal as the Red Wings Zetterberg shoots, and a save made by Garon, and he hangs on for the faceoff.
Well, the Kings able to get Corvo open on the play because a little bit of an overcommitment by the Red Wings on the penalty kill. The Red Wings get caught. You'll see the puck, all the men on one side of the ice. Going to stop right here. Franzen's going to kind of come across here. That allows the pass going the other way, and with time, Corvo takes one step. Now it gets through with all the commotion. Kings score their first goal on the power play. Dustin Brown ties it up to make it 1-1.
And now the Kings get it out to center ice. Cleared by Armstrong. Parrish went for it. Giuliano going for it. Parrish chases it down into the corner. Mark Parrish, acquired from the New York Islanders late yesterday by the Kings. Parrish has had 20 or more goals in 6 of his 7 seasons in the NHL. He had 30 goals with the Islanders back in 2001 and 2. He spent the last 5 years with the Islanders. Puck deep into the Kings zone, and back to get it is Dempsey. Dempsey checked there, but he got it to Nordstrom. Now up to the blue line and out to center ice. Cowan with it, but taken away by Thomas Holmstrom. 1-1 the score here in the second period. Pass on the right side. Andreas Lilja's shot blocked into the corner by Nordstrom. Now the puck comes around behind the net again to Robert Lang. Pass in front, and a save made there. Saved by Garon. He got his left leg out and made that save as the puck comes out to center. Jason Williams getting a great opportunity. Brown gets his 13th goal of the year for the Kings. Corvo and Vishnowsky with the assist on the power play at 2:39. Here's a pass up the middle, tipped away, and the Kings clear it out to center ice. Cleared there by Sean Avery. Red Wings get control again. They've outshot the Kings 19-6, but we're tied. Yzerman pass up the middle, shot wide, rebound, held by Garon as he hangs on.
And Garon very, very quick right there to spot that bounce off the boards to make sure nothing else happens. Talking with Kings captain Matty Nordstrom this morning, just wanted to get his opinion of the trades for the Kings in a general purpose, and he said, yes, the Kings improved themselves. He said, what you want to do at the deadline is add as much depth as possible. Load up, he said. He said at the same time, though, it is the responsibility of players now to accept perhaps new roles. New guys are coming in. Ice time may be shuffled around a little bit, so you have to accept your new role and think of the team first, yourself second.
Here's Robitaille, Detroit zone, turns, shoots up high, and a glove save, and hard into the goalpost went Kronwall.
And the referee does have his hand up, Bob. It looked like Gleason was driving to the net. Robitaille had maybe the first entry chance for the Kings so far tonight because of the long pass. Robitaille takes the shot. You'll see the drive to the net. There's Kronwall. He takes down. Ow. Kronwall took down Gleason, and I believe that's going to be the penalty. It will be the penalty for interference. Kronwall gets the worst of it. Look at Matty Legacy. I think if he could do that over again, he might shield the defenseman a little bit more. Kronwall likes to play it rough and tough. At the same time, he has the skill to move the puck around. And the Red Wings, because Kronwall missed the first half of the season due to a knee injury, they feel like it's basically an added player at the trade deadline. They get him back. He's going to play in their lineup. But right there, he took Gleason before the puck got there. Interference. Kings on the power play.
Kings with a chance to take the lead. The faceoff is in the Detroit zone. Out to the right point. Dempsey gives it to Nordstrom. Nordstrom, left side, feeds it along the boards there to Conroy. Conroy down into Robitaille. Robitaille had to chase it down. Robitaille with it. Knocked away from him and cleared by Kirk Maltby.
You can see any opportunity whatsoever the Red Wings even smart. They just sniff out a loose puck. It just bounces off your stick. They're going to be on you as penalty killers. They don't want to give you any time.
Kings back up to center ice. Throw it in the Detroit zone, and Chelios has it on his stick, takes his time. Gives it now to Daniel Cleary. He threw it right in front of the net, and Chelios now moves it up to center ice.
No better example of puck possession than right there. Short-handed by the Wings. They make those short little passes to leave the zone.
Dustin Brown getting his first goal in the last 6 games. 13th of the year. It comes a minute 10 after Detroit took a 1-0 lead. Brown from Corvo and Wisniewski on the power play. Kronwall's penalty here is interference. Kings are on their 5th power play of the game. They're only 1 out of 4 with 6 shots.
That's one trend the Red Wings want to kind of taper here as we enter into the stretch run for the playoffs. Lately, they've been taking a lot of penalties, and so far tonight, the same thing. 5 power plays so far for the Kings.
Kings in the Detroit zone now as the puck comes around into the corner. Chelios, he gets checked there. And a loose puck still fought for. Kings dig it out. Camilleri behind the net. Gets it out to Wisniewski to Corvo. One-timer deflected. Camilleri gives it to Wisniewski to Camilleri. Over to Corvo. Corvo feeds it down the left side. Here's Armstrong. Back over to Corvo. Corvo hanging on, almost lost it at the blue line and then held it in. Here's a pass on the right side. Actually breaking his stick on the pass was Wisniewski, and Wisniewski goes to get another one at the bench. Kings have to get back. Red Wings come back 2-on-2. Here's Draper in the slot, shoots, save, and a penalty coming up.
And that's just one of those things. Belanger will take the penalty, although you can't fault him. Belanger's not a defenseman. He just jumped on the ice, and he did the right thing. Because of the bad change, the Red Wings, we're going to have a 2-on-1. Then you see Belanger get into it right in the middle here. He just reaches out with his stick. Maltby will end up kind of spinning around, going down. Perhaps the NHL can take a look at that one for a little bit of a dive as he spins around as he goes down. But the Kings were caught in a bad change. The stick was snapped by Wisniewski. He went to the bench looking for a stick. At the same time, the Wings had the puck. They're going the other way 2-on-1. So it's a smart play by Belanger. Just get involved in the play. Although he draws a penalty, he takes a penalty. 4 seconds remaining, 4-on-4. Then the Wings will have the man advantage.
And off the draw here, the Kings get control of it. It is cleared all the way back in the Detroit zone. And now Detroit has the power play for 1:52. Game is tied 1-1 here in the second period. Bob Miller along with Jim Fox. Nice to have all of you with us tonight. We'll greet you Saturday from St. Louis. Here is Holmstrom out of the right point. He's usually back in front of the net. He heads there now. Pass in front. Score! It deflected right in front of Guerin, and it's 2-1 Detroit.
Now the Red Wings get the power play. They get the chance. They try to move it around. You see the smiles going on because that kind of tells me perhaps bounce goes in favor of the Red Wings. Datsyuk picks up the loose puck. He's on his backhand. He's always dangerous. Again, I call him the most dangerous one-on-one man in the NHL. You'll see the puck with Datsyuk. You're right, Bob. Off the skate of Aaron Miller. It doesn't get through to Nicklas Lidstrom. Lidstrom will be going off the far post, and you can see how hard that one went. The pass by Datsyuk, watch him kind of spin out of the corner, will be on the backhand. That shows a lot of skill into itself, but the bottom line, fortunate bounce. But when you have that drive to the net, something's going to happen. Good job by Datsyuk to get his legs going and take the puck to the net. Good bounce. Red Wings lead 2-1.
Points in 8 straight now for Pavel Datsyuk, and the Red Wings lead it 2-1 here in the second period. They have never trailed in the game. Puck comes into the corner. Detroit zone. Chased down there by Cowan. Cowan still with it now in the circle. Throws it down into Giuliano. Mark Parrish is the right wing on this line. And barreling in is Cowan to Giuliano. Giuliano tied up down in the corner by Lilia. Puck is taken away by Detroit. Jason Williams has it. 2-1 Red Wings here in the second period. Here's Jason Williams. Across the line, dropped it back. Shot, save made on the shot by Yzerman. And the loose puck overskated by Parrish for a moment and then taken by the Kings and cleared in the Detroit zone.
Once again, it's penetration by the Red Wings. They have all that speed in the neutral zone. When they get to the blue line, the Kings are backing off. A lot of shots by just carrying the puck with speed and putting it on net.
Pass on the right wing side to Datsyuk. And it is taken away but not cleared out. Red Wings hold it in. Puck thrown in by Jason Woolley. Picked up in the corner, and the Kings intercept. Cleared up to the blue line and up to center ice. Here is Gleason in the Detroit zone, but offside. It
was going to be a tough grind to get it. It was a tough grind. You get that second chance off the post. Kings come back again. Tied up this time 2-2.
Second time tonight. The Detroit had a lead, and the Kings came right back. Camilleri gets his 22nd of the year. That ties him with Dimitra. And had Parrish not arrived here with 24 goals, he'd be tied for the goal scoring lead on the team. Parrish has 24, Dimitra 22, and now Camilleri 22 for the Kings. Kings again in the Detroit zone. Conroy pulls up, passing ahead, a backhander by Dempsey, tipped around over to Yzerman and brought out to center ice.
Slight little change right here. Mark Parrish is out there now, Bob, with Roenick and Conroy. It looks like a power play coming up for the Wings. I think Conroy is going to get called for a trip, maybe a knee, something like that. It happened in neutral zone, but there was a little bit of a change as far as line combinations. Mark Parrish kind of moving up, and Craig Conroy knows what happens here. He's going to the box. Another look at the goal. Again, from the wing standpoint, Camilleri does a great job protecting and coming out once. Then he get the bang. But the thing the Red Wings will look at, gonna stop here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wings, only one King, but Michael Camilleri, watch this on the rebound. He finds a way, and Camilleri had to kind of lift it over the knob, the shaft of the stick of Legacy. Legacy can't believe it. Camilleri knew exactly what he was doing, and the Kings tie it up.
Now the Red Wings with a chance to regain the lead. Camilleri on that goal is assisted by Armstrong. That's the only assist. It came at 8:33. Puck taken by the Kings and not cleared yet. Now it is by Eric Belanger. Conroy in the penalty box. Detroit with a power play. 10:20 left to go in the second period. 2-2 the score. Kings have won 5 in a row, all by 1 goal. Here's Holmstrom. Holmstrom's pass down along the right side. Now it comes back to Datsyuk. Pavel Datsyuk, top of the circle, sends it across the ice. Schneider shoots wide. Rebound out of the reach of Datsyuk and out to center ice. Nicholas Lidstrom back to get it. To Datsyuk at center, hampered there by Avery. Puck comes across the line and fired around the boards. Right side by Schneider. Now down in the corner. Red Wings move it to Robert Lang. Or excuse me, to Zetterberg. Zetterberg checked there. Zetterberg to Datsyuk. Datsyuk with a move in front. Pass back on the right side to Zetterberg, but out of his reach, and the Kings overskated. Avery overskated it. It looked like the Kings would clear. Can't give Detroit a second chance, but the Kings do. Here's Datsyuk into Zetterberg behind the net on the power play to Datsyuk. Datsyuk up the middle now to Schneider. Matthew Schneider to Datsyuk. Shoots, save, rebound up the middle, and a penalty coming up.
Now the Kings get themselves in trouble, Bob. They had a chance to get the puck out with Shaw. The Red Wings for 34 more seconds.
Face off in the King zone. Wings win the draw to Jason Williams. He moves it over on the left side. Now Shanahan on the right wing. Shanahan's pass tipped right toward Garon, and he covers it up. 25 seconds left to go in the penalty to Conroy.
Well, we have the penalty there against Aaron Miller, Bob. I think it was holding because it was all over the back of Thomas Holmstrom. And I believe Holmstrom picked up an embellishment on this one right here. There's Aaron Miller, and Holmstrom kind of spins himself and does fall to the ice. So, yes, there may have been a hold, but perhaps a dive called on sportsmanlike conduct. That's why you get both guys going off.
Puck cleared and chased down the right side by Belanger. Detroit zone. He couldn't get a good shot. He got to the puck, but couldn't get a good angle, and it went wide to the left. Belanger again. 5 seconds left to go on the King penalty to Conroy.
We do take clarification, Bob. It was diving against Holmstrom. We saw Maltby earlier go down. It was a penalty against the Kings. He dove, but finally the second time the Red Wings get caught.
Yzerman moves it left side to Lang. Taken away. Kings are back at full strength. They come to center. 3-on-3. Game tied at 2. Pass up the middle. Roenick shoots. Blocked in front. And back out to center comes the Red Wings. 3-on-3. Here's Robert Lang. Lang stops to the right point. Loses the puck there as Roenick kicked it away, and now again the Kings don't clear, and a save by Garon on Shanahan. Oh, the Kings got in trouble again. Right away from him to Zetterberg, and Detroit leads 3-2.
Well, Bob, it's a game of giveaways. It's a game of penetration. Right here, it's the giveaway that hurts the Kings. The Kings won the faceoff, and Aaron Miller kind of got himself handcuffed. Miller put it right on the stick of Zetterberg. And all Zetterberg did said, well, I'm going to get it. I might as well shoot it. There's the shot. It comes right down below the circles. And Zetterberg one times at home. But again, the Kings win the faceoff. You get that done well. It's the turnover that hurt the Kings. Aaron Miller had the puck on his stick. Again, I think he was kind of handcuffed. Didn't know where to go with it. It went right to the stick of Zetterberg. So those giveaways hurt. The possession hurts. Everything hurting the Kings right now. Although the Red Wings only lead by 1. The power play goal, that makes it 3-2.
6:53 to go in the second period. And the Kings going to have to come from behind once again. They've done it twice already tonight. Here's Avery. He didn't get the puck. It's taken there by Zetterberg with a shot wide to the right. And the puck taken now by Avery. Gets it up to center ice, but his pass taken away by Henrik Zetterberg. Now the Kings get it back again. Avery moves it ahead to Belanger. Down the left side, a pass by Kostopoulos, intercepted by Zetterberg. Here is Henrik Zetterberg. He was on that Swedish gold medal team. Gets it back in front. He tips it on a save by Garon. And Garon again in front. Knocked this one down. It comes back into the corner. Picked up by Mowers to Holmstrom. Holmstrom behind the net. Pass in front. Zetterberg, backhander, scores! Henrik Zetterberg with his second straight goal, and it's 4-2 Detroit.
Well, it's back to the norm for the Red Wings. That play ended up after a couple of spins and cycles, but the penetration on attack, the Kings have been backing off all night long. You'll see the final end of the play. Looks like Holmstrom in front makes contact with Garon, but perhaps, I think it's after the shot is already gone. Watch the spin. Zetterberg spins. Garon was going one way. The stick of Holmstrom got the arm of Garon. Watch the goaltender. The spin will come, and coming up from behind, excuse me, it's not Holmstrom. It's Mark Mowers, number 44. And Mowers did the job, and it looks like we're going to get a goaltending change. Jason LaBarbera coming in for Matthew Garon. And Bob, this is an obvious move by a coach to get the attention of his team, because Matthew Garon has been outstanding in this game. First period, making the stops, and you can see Matthew, he's upset. He has not had much help. Again, that last goal that goes in, it sneaks underneath his arm, but he had a man behind him, and there's Andy Murray talking to him. He's saying to him, hey, it's not your fault. I think that's what he's saying, something like that. And we were just talking about, Bob, the Kings were fortunate to have it 2-2. It's now 4-2. That's more of a description. And look at Matthew Garon with a little walk down the hallway. He's got to be frustrated because he has given his team a chance tonight. Matthew Garon, there's still a long way to go. 6:04 remaining in the second period. As we've seen so far this year, things can turn around very quickly. But the penetration by the Red Wings has been there time and time again. Jason LaBarbera gets the call. And the Red Wings have a 2-goal lead.
Garon faced 30 shots and allowed 4 goals against and made brilliant saves at point-blank range. He couldn't have done any more. You're right, Jim. He couldn't have done any more as the Kings gave the puck away time after time. And he made saves. But they pull him out here to see if it's going to fire up the Kings. Let's see if it does. Here's Jeremy Roenick. Puts it back behind the net. Parrish going for it there. Kicks it to Roenick. Now still a battle as Lidstrom breaks it up. Puck held in by Wisniewski. Tried to get it to Conroy. Red Wings take over though, and the puck is cleared up to center ice. Henrik Zetterberg made it 3-2, then he made it 4-2. And the Wings have it back in their own zone. Zetterberg at 13:04, and then 52 seconds later at 13:56. Held in by Chelios, but the Kings take it away. Quick pass up ahead to Armstrong. Tipped it off on the right side, and an offside called against the Kings. Zetterberg, and the Wings have their widest lead of the game at 4-2. Jason LaBarbera in goal for the Kings right now. 1-8 in his last 9. 9-8-2 his record on the year. Red Wings, Pavel Datsyuk. His shot deflected off a skate. Picked up by Draper. Here's Draper for the Wings. Behind the net to Shanahan. Shanahan still controls it. Gives it in toward the front of the net. Kings break it up there, and now in the corner, Red Wings come over, take it away again. Puck along the boards. Nordstrom comes back to try and get it. He gets it over to Dempsey. Dempsey chased by Datsyuk. Dempsey's pass held in by the Wings as they take it away again. And now here's Shanahan. He lost it in the corner. Puck comes to Dempsey. Red Wings going to change. See if the Kings can get it out here as Nordstrom puts it back behind the net. 3:55 to go in the second period. And the Kings trail by 2. Nordstrom flips it high in the air. Tipped down by Giuliano. He chases it in. Taken by Draper, and a long pass out to center ice, or by Schneider, I should say. Long pass to the King line. Broken up there, and the Kings get it over to Jeff Cowan. Cowan's pass knocked down by Chelios. Gives it on the right wing. Here in deep is Clary. Knocked down from behind. Gets up. Gets hit again by Corbeau. Fans wanted a penalty. Cowan with it. Cowan's pass off on the right wing side to Robitaille. Luke gets stopped at the blue line. Giuliano goes for it. Giuliano gets dragged down. Robitaille has it. Detroit zone. to Wisniewski. Wisniewski, his shot blocked back out to center ice. Blocked by Maltby, and it shook him up a little bit. And the Kings don't get to the puck. Here is Cleary shooting, and a save made by LaBarbera. Held in again by Franzen. Down along the left wing boards. Poke checked away, and Robitaille gets it out to center ice. Now here's Mowers for Detroit. Mowers driving in front. And it's tipped behind the net. And whistled dead there.
Now that entry speed once again, time and time again, the Red Wings with the piano pack.
LaBarbera coming in here in relief of Guerin in the second period. LaBarbera's last win was January 19th against Atlanta. Here is Belanger. He gets stopped in the Detroit zone, and the Wings started back out to center again. Thomas Holmstrom. Left side to Lilia with a long shot and a save by LaBarbera. 2:25 to go, second period. The Red Wings with a 4-2 lead. And the Kings, Belanger fires it in toward Avery. Avery on the right side, didn't get the puck. It's cleared by Jason Williams out to center. Thrown right back in as the Kings want to get a line change. 4 goals in the second period for the Red Wings as they look for their 4th win of the year over the Kings. Into the corner is Lidstrom, Kings zone. Nordstrom takes in. Dempsey has the loose puck. Headmans it up to center ice. Nice pass there, and on the left side, there's Brown with a shot. Conroy with a shot and a save by Legacy, and a save on the rebound. Conroy on the left side getting a good shot, but Legacy turned him away, and here's Robert Lang. Lang, right wing, King zone, into Yzerman. He couldn't handle it. He had a 2-on-1 down in deep, too. Back to the blue line. Schneider, his shot blocked out to center ice by Parrish. Parrish chasing it down the right side. Schneider gets back. Parrish's pass intercepted by Chelios. Chelios tripped, and a penalty coming up against the Kings.
Yeah, Craig Conroy's not going to like this one. He's going after the puck, and the stick was down low. Tripping is the call. Chelios goes down. Just talking about the goaltending situation, Bob. Andy Murray has said, coming out of the Olympic break when there was 22 games remaining in the season, there's 19 now, 18 after tonight's game, he felt that Matthew Guerin would play 20 of those 22. So certainly Jason LaBarbera is in that tough position where he knows he's just going to back up and spell Guerin at times here down the stretch. Jason does get a chance here again. You saw the reaction of Matthew Guerin. He's upset. And I agree with you, Bob. I don't blame him from the standpoint. He was doing everything he possibly could to keep his team in the game as long as possible. Didn't go the way of the Kings. Too many chances and 4 goals in the second by the Wings.
The last time LaBarbera played in a game was February 11th, that Saturday against Chicago. He left the game, and Guerin came in and got the win in that game, playing the third period and the overtime. Here is Belanger now, and he clears it all the way back into the Detroit zone. Puck picked up and brought back up to center ice. Kings down 4-2, 44 seconds to go in the period. Puck chased into the corner, right side, but overskated by Kronwall and cleared again. Detroit starting out of their own zone. 24 seconds left to go in the period. Robert Lang moves it across the line. Here's Matthew Schneider. Schneider into Shanahan in front, and a save by LaBarbera on Robert Lang at point blank. Puck cleared. 33 shots for Detroit, 11 for the Kings. Detroit with a 4-2 lead.
And I'm sure Andy Murray, Bob, is thinking also when he pulls Matthew Guerin.
Here's Lidstrom with a shot, but that's the end of the period. Go ahead, Jim. 19 shots in that second period. The most they've given up this year was 20. They've given up 33 shots in this game. That's the average number of shots Detroit usually gets in an entire game. And we have just started the third period. Puck is taken by Datsyuk, but taken away. And again, the Kings fail to clear. Puck held in and thrown down into the corner. Now over to get it is Matty Nordstrom.
And Bob, the entry we've been talking about all night long, that penetration by the Wings, it's there because the Wings have outstanding one-on-one players. At the same time, it's not only the defensemen. Up the ice, something else has to happen to slow the opposition down before they get to the blue line. Otherwise, if you give players with skill speed, they are going to enter the zone.
And we get a whistle here as the puck deflected up out of play. So we have just started the third period. There's 2 seconds left to go in a penalty to Craig Conroy. And there you see Matthew Garon. He was taken out of the game after facing 30 shots and allowing only 4 goals.
And of course, he was upset when he was pulled. We saw him smash his stick. We saw him kind of storm off. Andy Murray tried to grab him, hold on, make sure they communicated exactly the reason for taking him out of the goal. Andy Nowicki, who is the Kings goaltending consultant, talks about the mental part of the game with Matthew Garon many times, and he just loves the fire. We saw some of that. Of course, it's in a negative example right now, but Matthew Garon, he's proved it many times this year. Early in the game, my goal might go in, but Matthew Garon battles the rest of the way, not given that chance in this game again. I think Andy Murray just trying to get Jason LaBarbera in for some action at the same time, because again, goaltending probably won't have a lot to do if the Kings have a chance to come back here. It'll be more offense.
Up the middle, shot by Corvo is high and wide, deflected off the arm of the goaltender Legacy, who did get his arm out there, and the puck comes back out to the right point. That fire you talk about with Garon, though, Jim, it's a good thing he had it early on, because he made some outstanding saves and was the only reason that the Kings were in this game at 2-2.
You go right back to the first minute of the game, where I think he had maybe 3 big saves all in one shift. And then later on, again, the Kings came back a couple times to tie it up, but with the shots on goal, puck possession time, and where that puck was being possessed, the Red Wings have had it time and time again in the offensive zone. Still a long way to go. Again, I got to keep mentioning that in the new NHL, a chance to get back here. The Kings 2 goals down.
Here's Dustin Brown. Remember the score of the end of 2 against Dallas just before the break, 5-2 Dallas, and the Kings came back with 4. Puck comes up the middle now. Kings try to get it over to Aaron Miller, but it's tipped out to center ice. Tipped there by Robert Lang, and now the Red Wings bring it to center ice and across the line. Here's a pass back over to Kronwall. Kronwall throws it into the right wing corner. Aaron Miller over to throw a check there, and the Kings take it away. Here's Dustin Brown. Brown up ahead to center ice to Camilleri. He's got one of the King goals tonight. He throws it into the zone, but an offside against it. This year, when Detroit leads at the end of 2 periods, as they did tonight, they are tied for the best record in the NHL. 25 wins, no losses, and 1 overtime loss.
Right, the jinx is on.
Yeah. Puck taken by the Wings back in their own zone. I mentioned earlier in the open about 2 of the highest scoring teams in the league. Detroit, highest scoring team in the Western Conference, and 4th overall in the NHL. The Kings, the 3rd highest scoring team in the Western Conference, and 5th overall in the NHL in goals scored. Kings have scored 214 goals right to this point. Detroit 224. Puck picked up on the right side in the Kings zone. Here's Mark Mowers. Mowers checked there, and the puck rolls right in front of LaBarbera, and he covers it up.
A little bit of a bounce off the backboards. Mowers had a impact on the 4th goal by the Red Wings, coming out from behind Matthew Garon, getting a stick on the Kings goaltender just as the shot was coming through. I mean, he's one of those players that's seeing more ice time here in the second half of the season. He's got the speed, he's got the quickness. That's what the Red Wings seem to find just about everywhere they look. They're draft picks way down in the draft. You get guys like Datsuk, Zetterberg, Mowers coming over from another team. So they fill holes, and they enter the second half, or excuse me, the stretch run. First place in the West.
Kings with it in their own zone. Datsuk, a number 5 pick out of Russia. Puck comes down the right side to Jeremy Roenick. Detroit zone. He shoots. It's knocked away by Manny Legacy. Held in by Corvo. Corvo puts it back behind the net to Roenick. Roenick trying to get away from Schneider. Now Roenick's pass into the corner. Nobody there for the Kings. And it is cleared by Schneider to the blue line, but not out. Held in by Mark Parrish. He gets it over to Roenick. Back right side, Parrish, and it hopped over his stick. Held into the right point by Vishnevsky. Vishnevsky shoots, saved by Legacy. And the rebound is cleared up to Datsuk at the blue line. Now to center ice, taken away by Corvo. Kings get back on side. Here's Armstrong, but then they go offside. We'll have a face-off.
Well, of course, they had 5 gold medal winners for the Swedish team on the Detroit Red Wings. That man right there, Thor Nelson, he was born in California. He was also on the ice in Torino in the gold medal game. He was one of the linesmen. Congratulations to Thor to make it all the way to the final game, the gold medal. Of course, all the medals won. The gold used to be the Russian 5 here in Detroit. Now it's the Swedish 5. They still get it done. Doesn't matter which way, which country. A lot of firepower. The man with the puck right now, Kronwall, he was a late addition to the Swedish team because of the injury to Matty Nordstrom. They replaced Nordstrom with Kronwall.
Well, unfortunately for Matty, we wish he could have played over there and won that gold medal. Here's Gleason for the Kings, drives it in the corner. Maltby breaks it up there. They want Maltby to get that aggressiveness and fire back in his game. Said that's been missing the last several days, or several games, I should say. Here is a pass into the corner in the Kings zone. Red Wings with a 2-goal lead. Drop it off to Cleary. Daniel Cleary to Maltby, and his shot blocked, and the puck held in again, knocked out of midair. Aaron Miller goes for it. His pass taken away by Woolley. Now the Wings get it to Cleary, or tried to, and he would have been alone in front of the net. He never got the pass. Puck comes on the right side to Armstrong. Chopped away from him by Kronwall. Here's Daniel Cleary, left wing. Cleary shoots, and a save by LaBarbera. Puck taken by Vishnowsky. 5 minutes gone by here in the third period. The Kings are down 4-2 to the Red Wings. Kostopoulos sends it in deep. Nicholas Lidstrom back to get it. Cleared up the center, and here's Lubomir Vishnowsky. Lidstrom is the top scoring defenseman in the NHL, and Vishnowsky number 2. Red Wings get it over to Jason Williams. Now up the center. Thrown in by Yzerman, off the boards, and Robert Lang couldn't get it. Comes back to Yzerman. He lost it there. Kings get it out to center ice. Picked up by Robitaille. Now pass into Kostopoulos, but broken up there as Belanger tried to get it to him. Robitaille, Kostopoulos, and Belanger now, and there's a shot by Corvo wide. And the rebound bounces up to the Red Wings and brought to center now by Williams. Ahead to Robert Lang. Lang hangs on, up the middle, gives it to Schneider, right side to Chelios. He shoots wide, and the rebound out to the left point, held in by Schneider. Puts it back behind the net, King zone. Chased on the right side and held in by Yzerman. He spins a backhand pass over to Zetterberg, going for the hat trick, and a save by LaBarbera. Zetterberg cut right in front of the net, and LaBarbera turned him away.
Again, a 5-man attack. That's what the Red Wings are known for. Defensemen jumping into play. Chelios was out there trying to get something going. And it just seems like the Red Wings know the puck's coming. They're quick. They have it on their stick.
1996 against Edmonton. Now the Red Wings. Holmstrom across the line. Throws it off on the right side. Plays it himself off the board, but it rolls away to Jeremy Roenick. Roenick across the line, makes a spin move, hangs on, gives it back at the blue line. Here's Matty Nordstrom. Nordstrom in deep, shoots, and Legacy through traffic made a save, then a shot and a save, and the puck is not cleared.
That was Mark Parrish on the turnaround shot. The second shot, Legacy, great job to see the first one. Position for the second.
Lidstrom shoots, and a save by LaBarbera.
So back and forth both ways. Nicholas Lidstrom taking the shot right there, and LaBarbera very calmly staying with the shooter square. But to the other end, Matty Nordstrom comes in down low and creates a 4-man attack down low. The shot has stopped the first one. You'll see Mark Parrish spin and shoot. Matty Legacy, through all that traffic, keeps his eye on it to make sure nothing bad's happening. So good job by the Red Wings goaltender to make sure first save, yes, but position 2 for the second shot.
Off the draw, Shanahan didn't get it. Held in, though, for a moment, but now the Kings take it away, and a long pass on the right side out of the reach of Armstrong, and an icing call against the Kings.
A reminder, the Kings inline tournament series continues next Monday and Tuesday at
8 to go in the third. Kings have never led. Twice they came from behind, and here's a penalty as Datsyuk gets tripped by Aaron Miller.
Aaron Miller with a stick. Now, nowadays in the NHL, you have to play defense with a stick on the ice, but then you get a guy like Datsyuk kind of spinning you around, and it looks like Miller's going for the puck, but the stick goes right in the skates. Datsyuk's been dangerous. Yeah, there's the stick between the legs, kind of the corkscrew. Datsyuk has been dangerous tonight in those type of situations. On the first goal by Zetterberg, it was Datsyuk on the board chasing down a loose puck. That time, Datsyuk came from the inside, so a skilled player shows hunger chasing down loose pucks.
Now on the right side on the power play, pass in front, broken up and not cleared, held in by Lidstrom. Lidstrom over to Robert Lang. Lang back to Lidstrom, shoots, deflected into the corner. Picked up now by Jason Williams. He gave it away. Kings bring it back up to center. Matty Nordstrom with it. Flips it in, and the Red Wings take control. Kings are going to change penalty killers. Minute 34 left to go in the King penalty. We'll reach you Saturday at 5 o'clock in Southern California from St. Louis. Kings and the Blues. Puck thrown back behind the net and stopped there by Manny Legacy. Avery trying to get to it along the boards. Puck comes out to the neutral zone and taken by Giuliano. Then slapped right back in by Dempsey. Minute 10 left to go in the King penalty. Red Wings have outshot the Kings 36-16 in the game. Puck comes around the left wing side, and here's Nicholas Lidstrom. Put it down in the corner to Zetterberg, who's got 2 goals. His pass right side, a shot knocked down. That shot by Williams. Puck cleared to center, and a penalty coming up here, I think, against the Wings.
Yeah, Lidstrom will go off for interference, I assume. Holding's the actual call. Lidstrom's arguing the play, say who's holding who here. Sean Avery was jumping after the loose puck. And if Avery gets there, it's going to be a breakaway. And that's why Lidstrom is saying, well, you know what? Who went after who? Here's the 2 guys down here at the bottom. And Avery leans in one way. Lidstrom leans in the other. And you see the referee in the background. Normally in that situation, the team that's going to try to go on offense will draw the penalty, and that's the situation. Even though both guys were locked up with each other. So the Kings do have a little bit of chance. It'll be 4-on-4 for 44. And then a power play opportunity. The Kings do have 1 power play goal tonight. The goal by Dustin Brown off his skate. So it's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. The Kings looking to get back in this game.
King goals tonight. Brown, the one Jim mentioned, a power play, his 13th goal of the year, and Camilleri got his 22nd goal of the year. And the Kings 4-on-4 skating situation here. Mark Parrish checked along the right wing boards by Zetterberg. Parrish digs forward, he gets knocked down. In 24 seconds, Kings will have a power play. Here is Nordstrom. Nordstrom flips it down in deep, goes forward himself, back behind the Detroit net. Gives it to Mark Parrish. Parrish threw it right back in front to deflect it out to center ice. Chased there by Dempsey. Now the Kings on the power play in 7 seconds. Dempsey chased in by Datsyuk. And the Kings lose it to Datsyuk, who took it away. Kings on the power play. They get it back. Here's Conroy. Tripped up, and a penalty against Detroit. Kings going to have a 2-man advantage for a minute 9.
Cronwall goes off, hooking the call. So Craig Conroy lost the puck in his own zone. Kept going. Second effort. Got to the far blue line. Just chipped the puck ahead. And by chipping the puck ahead, you've got to play him immediately under the new rules, and Cronwall couldn't get there immediately. There's the chip, there's the stick. Oh, you just missed it there, but yeah, the stick did come up into the midsection of Craig Conroy. I think Craig helped it on a little bit, but it's a 2-man advantage, 5-on-3 for a minute 9. You talk about a glorious opportunity. You have a chance here to at least get 1 to get back in the game.
Kings in the first period failed on a 2-man advantage for a minute 10, and off the draw here, Legacy covers it up. So here's your chance to get right back in the game. 2-man advantage for a minute 7. Right now on the 2-man advantage this year, the Kings are 11 out of 40.
Important here, always important to face off. Armstrong goes in for Camilleri. The Red Wings Draper wins the draw.
And it is taken and slapped hard around the boards, but nicely held in by Vishnowsky at the right point. Then it's taken away and cleared. And then LaBarbera went to go behind the net, and he went right on his wallet. Luckily, the Wings had nobody there to get it. The puck, that is, not his wallet. Puck comes around the left side to Armstrong. Tipped up the middle. Vishnowsky scores! Lubomir Vishnowsky scores to bring the Kings to within 1 at 4-3.
This is not on an entry into the zone, but it's almost a carbon copy of the game-winning goal the other night in St. Paul. It was in overtime, but it's similar because of the shot and where it goes. Vishnowsky jumps onto it, and he just tags it far side over the glove. Watch the reaction of Manny Legacy. He just kind of goes, what? I didn't see it. It's in already. And that's how hard Vishnowsky shoots the puck. I think that one was rolling too, so that's even more dangerous for a goaltender. You don't know where it's going. Huge goal. 1:32 now remaining on the second power play. 1-man advantage. Kings looking to tie it up.
Vishnowsky getting his 4th goal in the last 6 games. And he brings the Kings to within 1. Now let's see if they can score again and tie it up. Here is Corvo. Corvo got checked as he tried to get away from Maltby. Corvo gives it back to Lubomir Vishnowsky. Vishnowsky with a goal and an assist tonight. Puck comes back over to Conroy, dropped it back to Corvo. Corvo, Detroit zone. Corvo into Conroy. Right side underneath the stick of Roenick, held in by Vishnowsky. Now tipped down the right side. Here's Roenick. Roenick up the middle to Corvo. Stopped it with his skate. His shot blocked. Blocked by Maltby. Held in by the Kings, but Maltby right there to hamper Conroy, and the puck cleared out to center, but knocked down with a high stick. And a face-off back in the Kings zone.
Another look at the Kings goal, Bob. It's 5-on-3, and the Kings dump the puck in. That's unusual. But when they get it, keep it alive on the boards. Camilleri just kind of puts it in the middle. That's not necessarily a pass. One of the wings goes down to block the shot. I think that created a little bit of a screen. Again, look at Legacy. He knows it's in, but he's looking around saying, I got a chance to see the puck. Maybe I have a chance to stop it. Not the case. And even with that, it's a point-blank shot, and Visnovsky, he did not miss the other night in overtime, does not miss here. Kings back in one.
Lidstrom and Visnovsky now tied for the scoring lead among defensemen in the NHL. Puck comes down in behind the net. Visnovsky with 2 points tonight, Lidstrom with 1. Kings hold it in. Here's Nordstrom. 29 seconds left to go in this power play. Armstrong gets it into Brown. Brown over to Camilleri. Camilleri quickly back to Dempsey at the right point. Dempsey slides it over to Nordstrom. Nordstrom shoots, save, rebound. Camilleri didn't get all of it. Sent wide to the right side. Puck comes back to Armstrong. Armstrong, Detroit zone to Brown. Brown, backhander and a save by Legacy.
Well, the Kings are getting their chances, and they're just making it work because of second effort. The Red Wings are all over you when they're penalty killing, so you've got to keep it moving, and many times along the boards, it just takes protecting the puck before something's going to happen. The last chance, you'll see Armstrong keeping it alive. Watch Brown, he gets it and takes it right to the net. He does get a backhand chance. It's that paddle down technique for the goaltender, Legacy. 8 seconds remaining on the power play. Belanger taking the draw for the Kings. Zetterberg for the Wings.
And Zetterberg wins the draw, but it's not cleared. Held in on the left side by the Kings and flipped up and deflected up off of the netting. Gleason flipped it and it was deflected on that goal by Visnovsky, the power play goal. Camilleri and Armstrong get the assist. The goal came at 9:52.
Tim Gleason trying to keep it alive there for the Kings. So now you get maybe a little bit of nervous time. Again, from the standpoint of how the game's being played, the Kings, would you call them deserving? Well, you're always deserving if you get back into it. But the Wings have controlled the game. The Kings have been opportunistic, and the Kings paying off, and that's 5-on-3.
Long pass ahead out of the reach of Jason Williams, and back to get it, Luc Robitaille. 8:25 to go in the third period. Kings down by 1. Bring it to center. Pass ahead to Belanger. He's checked by Lilja at the blue line and knocked off balance. Robitaille in to throw a check, and the puck came toward the side of the net. Now Andreas Lilja with it for Detroit.
Maybe a little bit of life here for the Kings to get something going on the forecheck. The Red Wings continue to try to get that entry into the zone with speed, but now the Kings do have that 1-goal deficit. Maybe better feel positive on the Kings bench.
Robert Lang tried to hold it in, couldn't do it at the blue line. Wings get it back over the left side to Yzerman. Yzerman, and then a backhander by Williams and a save by LaBarbera. And the puck cleared up to center ice. To the Red Wing line and chopped away there. Red Wings have it again. Left side, Williams shoots way wide to the right. Puck is tipped out to center by Jeremy Roenick.
And Andy Murray going with that line once again. Mark Parrish does move up along with Roenick and Craig Conroy.
Datsuk, nice pass. Here is Schneider shooting, and it's wide. He had Shanahan coming down the right side, but either didn't see him or Shanahan wasn't close enough to give it to him.
And that first breakout pass, Bob, you mentioned Datsuk. He's so good. He doesn't let you know where he's going with the puck because he can make the forehand pass, the backhand pass. He can make a one-on-one move. He just keeps you guessing.
He is again, moves it right side. Shot from there, caught by LaBarbera, and he hangs on to Shanahan's shot. We'll be back in a moment. He has a goal and an assist tonight off the draw. Shot wide as Mowers got it right at the top of the slot. Mowers with it again. Left side, King zone. Mark Mowers threw it in behind the net, and it rolled away from Holmstrom. Holmstrom and Visnovsky against the boards. Puck comes out to center ice. 6:51 to go, third period. Kings have never led, but they have kept chipping away. They were down by 2 as the third period started. Now it's 4-3. Wings by 1. Puck flipped deep in the Kings zone, and Corvo over to get it.
And right now, Bob, the Kings looking for a steal from the standpoint
right
of points.
Side here is Armstrong, Detroit zone, and sends it in front. It's shot wide by Dustin Brown.
And second time in this game, a long pass has sprung Derek Armstrong. The Kings looking to tie it up.
Wings come back, right side. Yzerman in front. LaBarbera knocks it down. Then he scores! LaBarbera had knocked it down. And the Wings take a 5-3 lead.
Well, it looked like it was controlled, but that was not the case. The Red Wings really, not necessarily a dangerous situation. Throw the puck to the front. LaBarbera makes the first one, and then Just a little bit of a spin around. It's Jason Williams between his own legs and then underneath the legs of the goaltender, Jason LaBarbera. So with the Kings coming back within one, not a dangerous chance, but the second opportunity just sneaks in. Great look at it right there. The Red Wings regain that 2-goal advantage. 6:19 remaining. Wings lead it 5-3.
Well, a tough situation for the Kings there. They had come back, just missed at the other end of maybe tying it up. And Detroit comes back, and Jason Williams gets the goal to give him a 2-goal lead once again.
And I was mentioning the Kings kind of in that mindset of getting a steal here tonight because of all the shots on goal. The Red Wings have kind of dominated the game. Any point you get would be a bonus for the Kings. And I think that's the way they were looking at it when they were back within one. Now again, that 2-goal deficit.
Here is Cleary getting knocked down. Detroit has 40 shots on goal. The Kings have 19. Puck taken by the Kings. Here's Robitaille. Tried to move it in front. Broken up there. And Avery goes for it. He gives it now to Belanger. Wrap around in front. Up high. And Robitaille had it deflect off the arm of the goaltender Legacy.
Legacy had lost his stick, but somehow just picked up the puck. Another look at the goal. Williams between the legs. 5-3 Wings. Boarding the call against Chris Chelios. Kings back on the power play.
Vishnowsky gets it over to Corbo. Detroit zone. Corbo is passed to Camilleri. Camilleri in front. Shot knocked down by Legacy into the corner. And the puck is cleared out to center. Armstrong from the left side getting the shot.
That was a pass, Bob. He tried to make the pass. It hit the stick of Dustin Brown and surprised Dustin. Dustin's in front to try to create some havoc, make sure there's a screen, something going on. But Armstrong had the pass right on his stick.
Kings had it, tried to get it to the blue line, but Camilleri's pass taken away and cleared by Draper. LaBarbera leaves it for Vishnowsky. Now over to Corbo. Kings have 1:15 left to go in the power play. They're down 5-3. Pass to Conroy. Conroy driving, gets a backhander knocked away. And the puck out to the blue line, held in by Vishnowsky. Vishnowsky over left side, and Nordstrom had to play it off the boards. Sent it down into the corner, got it again. Put it in the right wing side to Camilleri. Camilleri on the power play. Check down the corner, still has it, gets it to Vishnowsky. Vishnowsky's pass taken away and cleared by Lidstrom. Vishnowsky back to get it, chased there by Zetterberg. 40 seconds left to go right now in the King power play, and here is Nordstrom. He's stopped in the neutral zone by Zetterberg. Zetterberg trying to take it away. Nordstrom gets some help there from Roenick. Roenick's pass going to be taken away by Maltby, and he sends it deep in the King zone.
All over the ice, defensive zone, offensive zone, it doesn't matter. The Red Wings are going to press you, and that's what they're doing. The Kings sloppy right here, not making those passes. The Wings intense, they keep the pressure on, shorthanded.
Here's Nordstrom in the King zone. He drops it off on the right side. Now only 13 seconds left on the power play. Dempsey moves it up on the left wing side. Here's Conroy, Detroit zone. Fires it hard around the boards. 4 seconds to go on the power play. Jeremy Roenick with it. Roenick back behind the net. Has it again. Roenick with it. Power play is over. Left side. Gleason shoots. Saved by Legacy, and he covers up.
Well, Legacy sees the puck, makes the stop, and quickly covers up for the face-off. So the Kings unable to get back within one.
Dallas in the first period at Calgary 1-0. Puck centered by the Kings, but broken up and cleared back out to center ice. Driven right back in by Aaron Miller. 3:14 to go in the third. Fans leaving the Joe Louis Arena. The Red Wings have a 2-goal lead at 5-3. Here is Lidstrom, sends it in, and LaBarbera knocks it down there for Gleason. We'll be with you at 5 o'clock on Saturday evening in Southern California from St. Louis. Kings and the St. Louis Blues. Puck taken by the Kings, tipped away from Robert Lang. Now Kostopoulos moves it up to center ice. Drop pass back, and they try to get it to Kostopoulos in front. Broken up, and the Wings come back 2-on-1. Aaron Miller's the only one back. Right side, a pass to Lang. They tried a fancy play, and it's taken away and moved back up to center. Jason Williams tried to pass over to Lang, and Schneider has it now for Detroit. 2:25 to go in the third. Puck picked up by Armstrong. Tried to go down the right side, and shot is just wide by Dustin Brown, who had a goal earlier in the game. Puck comes out to center ice. King goals tonight. Brown, Camilleri, and Vishnowsky. Here is Pavel Datsyuk. Moves it ahead, and Draper's pass right side hit the post. Shanahan. Barber got over in time. Okay, he got over the right side. I didn't think he got there in time. 1:52 left to go here in the third period. Here's Datsuk. Datsuk gets away from Conroy. Datsuk, and then his pass broken up, and the Kings back to center ice. Trying to work on a 2-on-1. Conroy and Roenick. Conroy to Roenick. Tipped there, and a save by Legacy.
Well, the Red Wings trying a little bit too fancy here, I'm sure, with a 2-goal lead. The Kings having a couple of counterattacks.
Kings have an empty net now as they pull LaBarbera, but the shot by Holmstrom is wide.
Wow, you don't get a better chance than that.
Yeah. 1:20 left to go, third period. Kings down by 2. Conroy shoots, and a save by Legacy. Rebound to Conroy again behind the net. Kings with the extra attacker. Conroy gets knocked down. Puck comes out to center ice. Chased down by Holmstrom. He's going to have another chance, and he scores. Thomas Holmstrom into the empty net, and the Kings' winning streak is gone. They trail now 6-3. They had won 5 in a row. But the Red Wings came in and took control from the start of this game, and the Kings battled back several times, but this one puts it away for Detroit, 6-3.
Saw the first opportunity there with Holmstrom, went off the shin pads of Matty Nordstrom. Second opportunity, off the far post, empty net, and 6-3 Red Wings. And that's 21 for Holmstrom this year, so he's doing his job in that category. And then from the standpoint of the Kings, I mentioned I talked with Ray Bennett, the Kings assistant coach, after one period, and he felt the Kings were not physical enough early against the Wings, and the Wings had all that time. And you're right, Bob, the Kings did come back a couple times, but from the standpoint of who had the puck and where they had it, the Wings dominating the Kings tonight. 42 shots now for the Wings.
Kings with it. Here's Avery with a shot wide. Rebound right up the middle, and the goaltender Legacy was at a bad angle as the Kings had somebody there, but they didn't. 43 seconds left to go in the game. 42 shots and a penalty coming up here against the Kings.
Kostopoulos, he took down Kronwall, so if we don't get another whistle, the game will end. If not, the Red Wings will have a slight chance on the power play.
Here is Gleason with a check at center ice, and a...
They get him too, maybe an elbow high stick coming up by Tim Gleason. So there's going to be a double penalty here. So now it's going to be a 5-on-3 with 26 seconds and a tick over remaining here in the third period. Kostopoulos trip, Gleason high sticking, but it was a 2-2 game until Henrik Zetterberg scored 2 goals in a row. He gets our Ford player of the game. And Zetterberg had the first one on a power play on a turnover by Aaron Miller. The second one, a spin around backhand right in front of the Kings net. So there's the 2 men going to the box. Gleason not happy with the call with a high stick. On the right is Kostopoulos. He was the first man to be whistled off. Again, Kostopoulos for tripping.
So the Kings, when they're 2 men short this year, 12 of 34 they have allowed. Face off in the neutral zone with only 26 seconds left to go. Puck taken by the Wings, and cutting in front, a backhander by Shanahan, and a save made by Jason LaBarbera. Shanahan with a great chance coming down that right side, and Shanahan, Jim, needs 1 goal to have at least 12 seasons with 30 or more.
So he's looking for that number 30, and once again the Red Wings hungry off of face-offs. That's another trend in tonight's game. I know it really doesn't necessarily matter at this point, but hungry, you don't have to win that draw cleanly. You get to the pucks though.
Shanahan again, he gets stopped by LaBarbera. 10 seconds left to go in the game. Lidstrom shoots, he scores! With a 2-man advantage, and it's 7-3.
Doesn't mean anything as far as the win. Look at Jason LaBarbera, looks up to the ceiling. But if you want an example of changing the angle of the shot, look at Lidstrom. He fakes it first, then he kind of pulls it in. And he goes to the far side. Shanahan creates a perfect screen. Look at LaBarbera, look one way, trying to find the puck. Nordstrom trying to play goaltender. And by that time, it's a little too late because of fake shot, change angle, reset shoot. Lidstrom scores at 7-3 Wings.
45th shot against the Kings. That's the 3rd time this year they've allowed 45. The game is over. The last time was January 30th at Anaheim. And the Red Wings win it 7-3, and they sweep the series from the Kings with 4 wins this year.
Well, a game against a team that loves to have possession of the puck. The Kings